All right, I think we should be live. Hopefully. Yes, we are. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to our second stream. We're just gonna talk a little bit about everything that has happened since the start of this month. We got a lot of news, so I thought, hey, why not chat a little bit? We got some uh, Duel Links, Cross Duel, OCG, and Rush news. We might talk about some other stuff, but I guess let's get started. We're going to start. Hopefully this works. It should work. Let's see. I think it should. We're going to start with Duel Links. There it is. All right, it worked. So obviously, Revolver has come to the game, and I think he's good. I do think that the last 2 years January characters have been a bit better, but Revolver is pretty solid as a character. I think they did him fairly well. He is missing a lot of cards. The deck currently does realistically just use Furious and Booster. It's funny because I feel like those are the two cards that almost never got used in the real game, but yeah, in Duel Links they are used a lot and they're really, really good. Furious has a lot of OTK potential. Booster's obviously main use is just to trigger the other rockets, but a solid character. I think you can definitely climb to King of Games with him. I've been playing him in the KC Cup and it's been going pretty well, so I think he's a solid character. Obviously, the KC Cup is a bit of an annoying time in the game because stage 1 is fun, but then stage 2 starts and you have to choose, do I want to spend basically the entire day for about 2 weeks spending my time to not even guarantee myself a chance to making it to the World Championship, right? It's kind of like it's a bit of an annoying way of doing, an invitation to the World Championship, but hey, that's what they do. I feel like most people just don't do stage 2 because it's kind of not worth it, because you're not going to make it, but still, you do get a good amount of gems for doing stage 1, so hey, it's not that bad. But I do feel like we're all just now waiting for Shay and for Raid Raptors. That's a deck that, if done correctly, it really could just be a tier 1 meta threat. And I know people were saying that about rockets and saying, oh, if we get Tracer and Quick Launch, then rockets are tier 1. But, the fact that they didn't give us Triple Burst and some of the other more generic stuff, but overall, I think Revolver himself is a pretty solid character. Madolce have kind of disappointed me, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they had a bit more potential, but again, not a horrible deck in any means. But yeah, I think Duel Links is kind of in a weird place now, where we are still waiting about a week, I think, until the next event. And I think stage 2 started or is going to start soon, so yeah, it's a bit weird, but transitioning on to the next part of this, let's talk about Cross Duel. Cross Duel currently is in a really scuffed place, and I wanted to transition into this after Duel Links, just because of the fact that Duel Links as a game has kind of gotten a formula. They have been changing it a little bit recently, but Duel Links as a game has gotten the formula of monthly events much better than Cross Duel. And it feels weird saying that for a game that has, given us three characters and two boxes or two gachas every month. But it's just that the main issue I have with Cross Duel is just because of the fact that we have only two events the entire month, and both of those events last 2 weeks. And that's really not how you should do it. Again, the reason why I transitioned from Duel Links to Cross Duel is because of the fact that Duel Links really does know what it's doing. And ironically, the main problem with Cross Duel is the same thing that Duel Links is issue with the KC Cup is. The event is fun for a week, maybe two, until, when you get all the stuff from it. But then when you collect everything, you're kind of just bored the rest of the month. And most people don't even, max out on these events. I did get both of the Callan character pieces, but I'm not going for the playmat because I don't feel like it. And I'm not even going for the Silvio or Gong other character pieces, because I'm just like, I don't know, it's really just not motivating to play the game. For Duel Links' events, at least you can auto duel, and then the auto duel wins or loses in not even a minute. For Cross Duel, sometimes the auto duel actually lasts longer than the real game, just because the auto duel AI is really stupid. And Cross Duel as a game itself is really long. So it's just a continuous stream of, okay, here we go. Now it's time to spend the whole day grinding, and you might not even get what you want in that whole day of grinding. And I'm not in any way saying that they should shrink the amount of size that the duels last. I think 8 turns is great for this game, and I think the concept of the whole game is really fun. My main issue with the game is just the overall lack of content. I think that's kind of the issue for everyone. Is yes, we are getting these events that give us characters the entire month, but that's all we get. Again, Duel Links has 4 to 5 main events every month ending in a character event. So why not give us at the start of the month, you give us a Yugioh event where we get Dark Magician sleeves and stuff. Maybe even give us a free copy of Dark Magician just so we have the materials for it, because that's another issue with the game, is just the fact that it's really difficult to build some decks. So if they would just give us a bit more events that give out more gems and more prize cards and stuff, Cross Duel really can become such a good game, especially with the fact that it has all these rush and it's going to get Go Rush characters soon. We already have 7s. And again, the fact that we get 3 characters a month, that's such a great idea, but we get nothing else apart from those 2 events, and those 2 events last 2 whole weeks each. So it's just really not motivating to play the game, as fun as it is. Again, in no way am I saying that Cross Duel is in itself is a bad game. The concept is fun, the animation is great, the voice acting is great, everything like that. I just think that Konami haven't completely realized the potential of the game yet. And I really hope they do. The raid events themselves, now including a character, are really good. You get that, you get the raid boss, all of that. It's such a good idea, but there's just nothing else to do. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't played ranked Cross Duel probably since the second month of the game's release. The reason why is that, okay, let's say I get to the final rank. Let's say I get to Diamond 1. Then at the end of the season, they drop me back to, I think gold is before that. But then when I rank up, I don't get gems for the rank up. So that means that all of that time needed to get into Diamond is going to only be beneficial at the end of the month. You know what I mean? Like, when you first time you get to a new rank, you get gems for it. But if you D-rank and get back to that spot, or if, the season ends and you go back to that spot, you don't get any gems from that. And that's something that Duel Links gives you, right? If you're King of Games and then you drop down to Platinum next season, you get the rewards of gems for all the previous ones, and you get gems for ranking up into the new ranks. And just for a game that is really hard to make decks for, you need to give us more gems, and then I think this game really has a lot of potential. And I know it was kind of a big cross-duel rant, but the reason why is just because I really do like this game, and I hope that it gets better. That's kind of my reason why it's really annoying seeing where it is right now. But I do hope that they will figure that out soon. I really hope. Now, I guess let's transition into the Yugioh cards that we got the other day. So, the Yugioh event, or I guess the Yugioh reveals for the OCG. I'm not someone who, keeps up with all the news and stuff, especially the last format with, tier elements and everything. But one of the reasons why I wanted to specifically talk about this is we did get Dawn of Majesty last year, right? I think last year, I mean 2021, we got Dawn of Majesty, and now we're getting another Yugioh pack here, and they like doing these Yugioh packs at the start of a new series, I guess you could call them. So it's weird because I feel like you could have made like a Jack Atlas pack, or since we have this new power tool, make a Morphtronic pack or stuff. But they went with Yugioh again, which, I like Yugioh. Yugioh is a great character. It's just weird. But all the cards that we get here are super cool. The new Power Tool Dragon is actually a really good card. The new, what's it called? It's Wheel Synchron, I think, right? That's actually kind of a card that people are underestimating, just because of its ability that it can be treated as a non-tuner. So if you have Junk Speeder on the field, you activate its effect, and then you can basically make any Synchro monster that's level 6 or higher. You just summon that, and then any other Synchron, or I guess any other tuner, and you can just make whatever you want. So that card is actually kind of crazy. Another thing that's odd to me is, has it really taken us this long to get an actual card with the name the Crimson Dragon? I know we've had variations like Bish Balkan, but we've never gotten a card called the Crimson Dragon, which is weird, seeing as it was the main focus point of the series. it's cool, and the effect is okay, I guess. It's not horrible, but just kind of weird. We got a new Delta XL monster, Cosmic Quasar Dragon, being a combination of Shooting Quasar and Cosmic Blazar Dragon. It's actually really good. The fact that you can't respond to its effect makes it kind of viable, I think. It's definitely something that I think people should definitely consider. The field spell is awful. I'm sorry. The art is cool, just the effect itself is not good. And I don't even think Synchrons or Stardust even have a single good field spell, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I might be forgetting one, but realistically, what field spell do they have that's actually good in the game? Like, I really can't think of any. I know they have like that, is it called Starlight Road or something? Or that's like Neo Domino City. But yeah, the support for Yusei is really cool for sure. But I think I'm kind of a bit more excited for the new deck building pack with the dinosaurs and the Hungry Burger support, which I didn't think they would actually, join into the meme and make a deck with Hungry Burger. They literally told him let him cook, so it's really cool support, and I definitely want to try both that and the new dinosaurs. Also, I've been playing a little bit of the Abyss sectors with the new support. Um, that new spell that they got is actually just insane. It's basically just a +1 for any 2 cards in your deck. Like that's so insane. Uh, I know most people are playing Kashtira, but I don't know, I enjoy trying different strategies in that. I'm going to try to build photons, and the new ninja cards look really fun, and they actually seem pretty good from the YCS that we had. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Ninjas actually kind of put up a fairly good fight against Kashtira, so I'm not going to say that they're going to be, anything crazy. I don't think they're going to be meta at all, but they're a good rogue strategy, and I think they're a good budget strategy. So I think Ninja is just a deck that really should get some focus on it. But I guess now we should go into the main thing, and the thing that I think most people are going to come to this channel for, and that's Go Rush. So obviously, spoilers for episode 45. I'm going to have a review either tonight or tomorrow. But obviously, as you can see, we got Arcana Force in Rush Duel. Well, kind of. This card is called Can't Force a Decision, which just great pun. And I'll talk a little bit more, I guess, in my review of this, but this episode was really freaking good. The character of Nisha, it's really difficult to develop a character in one episode, but they really did a good job. And not only that, but they made a really cool deck for him. The other ace is great. I do like the joke where Yuhi says like, "But you're still flipping a coin," and Nisha is like, "Oh, I mean, it's the principle," which is true. It is the principle. It's not the same where you flip the coin and you have someone else flip the coin for you. But it was a really solid episode. UDS has been really good these last 2 arcs, kind of as a speaking role, which is weird, right? Like, duel-wise, he's been definitely lacking, but I don't know, I feel like this duel and the Luke duel, he is really good in the sense that he told the Luke, like, even though you're the manifestation of negative energy, your comic, or I guess your manga, still made people smile. And what he said to Nisha in this episode, that in a war you have to make decisions. It might be scary, which it definitely is. But if you don't make a decision and just stay in the sidelines, people might get hurt, and you can't just stay in the background forever. And that's something I really like about Yugioh's character. Um, the Erdamar is now a really fascinating thing for me, where I honestly do feel like the last duel, most people are expecting it to be Yugioh's Yugioh again. I think it's going to be Yugioh's versus the Erdamar, and I think that Erdamar is probably going to take control of Yuhi, and that's going to be our finale, right? That just makes total sense. I know it's not an original theory. Oh, Yuki's going to be taken over by Dirdamar. I think everyone's kind of currently expecting that, um, but most people are saying that Zwijos the finale of this arc. But I really doubt that. I really, really do. Um, Next week's duel is tough. I did vote for Manabu since he is currently my favorite Gorash character, so I kind of have to vote for him. But I can see this duel go either way. You can either have, Manabu wins and Yerdamar thinks, oh, this guy is stronger, let me take over him. Or it could just be a simple thing of, oh, Manabu's trying to stand in Yerdamar's way, so it just keeps moving forward. It also could be a red herring, right? The current thing is either when they say in the summary that Robian is acting weird, it's either that Dirdamar took control and her being weird is just her being normal, or this is kind of just Robian's being her normal way of being weird, and Malibu just decided to challenge her for some reason. So we're gonna see. We know that one of the twins is probably gonna be taken over by Dirdamar in the episode 2 weeks from now. That's gonna be even tougher. I feel like technically you have to pick the twin that is being controlled by Dirdamar to win, and at that time, I would guess it's Yuamu. The reason why is that the summary says that Yuamu is laughing like a maniac, which we kind of saw a little bit of that in the when Dirdamar took over Ran. So I think I'm fairly confident that Dirdamar is being controlled by Yuamu, and she's going to beat Yuhi, and then take control of him, and then go to Zwijou, which then leaves us with what, like 7 episodes? I think, no, wait, that's gonna be episode 47, so we're gonna have 5 episodes left. So probably episode after that we reach Velgear, and then I don't know who would duel for the rest of the arc. Again, I do think the last 2 episodes would be Yugioh Erdamar, but the 3 before that, I guess someone could duel Zwijou. Maybe Mitsuko and Zwijou duel, and Mitsuko beats him. I don't. The main thing is going to be now, will Zwijou himself be defeated this arc? And I kind of doubt it. I don't think he will be, just because, I mean, he feels to me like a Otis type character, not in the quality of writing. Zwijou has been written a lot better than Otis, and it's not even comparable to me. But I do feel like he's going to be someone who's gonna keep appearing and having plans, and as many have theorized, he might even team up with Otis at some point. I also kind of don't think Yuga will appear. Well, he might appear, but I don't think he'll duel the end of the arc. He might appear at the very end, but I doubt he's gonna have a big role this arc like he did the last one. But I'm not sure about that. I mean, it's such a weird thing now. we haven't seen the two characters reveal the Jump Festa yet. We presume that the third one, that was the silhouette, is the Erdamar controlling Yuhi. That's kind of the most popular theory about that. But those other two characters might be season 2, which is weird to think. And we all thought, oh, we're going to Velgir, that means we're going to conclude the story of the war now. I don't think so. I think season finale here is going to be the Erdamar, and then maybe like start of next season is Velgir, very possibly. I just don't think they can, finish both the Erdamar story and the Velgir story in these next 7 episodes. I really doubt it, especially since, it seems like the Erdamar story is in some ways only just starting. It feels like if they do it, I can guarantee you it's going to feel the same way as Gohayuga did in 7th. It's going to feel very not finished at all. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much else to talk about. I just wanted to go a little bit live and chat to you guys. I know there's not many people, and I kind of started before the schedule, but I don't know. I had time, so I thought, hey, might as well go here now. I should probably for next week's stream prepare a full script of more topics, because I honestly thought with 5 topics that it would last longer, but with me being mainly a someone who makes mostly rush content, it made sense to talk about that more than the other stuff. And I guess I also didn't really want to talk about Duel Links and the too much, because I mean it's old news now that Revolver is in the game, and all of that. Oh, by the way, I do have a plan of another video to make next week. I've been planning on making almost like a 10-minute testing that MBT does, but for Rush Duel. We're going to be getting a new pack on the, I think it's 4th of March, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to be trying out some decks. Probably the first deck I'm going to make next week is Dragons. Kind of see what they're like with combination of the Lugs cards with the new fusion and the 5-headed dragon and all of that stuff. And then probably the next thing is going to be trying to build the best legend focused deck. But yeah, I don't know, I think that could be a really fun idea, just kind of to help people get into the card game and to see a little bit of what the meta for the Rush TCG is like. So yeah, I don't know, I think that would be a fun idea. But I do need to think up of a few other video ideas, so if anyone has any, please let me know in the comments. I will be doing starting April, I will be doing reviews on the new Pokemon series, so that should definitely help out with content. But yeah, that's kind of it. So thank you for coming. For those of you who are watching the VOD, thank you for watching the VOD. As I said, the review is going to be up either tonight or tomorrow. And next week we're going to be doing another stream talking about this week's episode, and we're gonna be doing a video on dragons and what they're gonna be like after the Legends Awakening pack. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and I guess I'll see you guys next week on the next stream. Bye guys.